new meeting link. Okay. Hi, Bunny. Could you check your email for the new meeting link? Oh, okay. Let me forward then. Let me forward on WhatsApp shortly. No. That's the first part is we were just waiting for you. So I've sent you the new link. Just join us. Yeah. All right, guys. We have 12 people. We're waiting for the other guys. We were about 19, so we're waiting for the other guys to join in. I hope we haven't dropped off anyone, but I have seen a confirmation from a few guys. Um, all right. Barney, are you available? Can we hear from you? Can we see you so we can get started immediately? Okay. So just a minute, guys, because this recording will be independent of what we shot earlier. I was trying to take you guys through the basics of trading, which I took you through fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and trading psychology. So Barney has joined us. Barney, could you unmute yourself and let us see you, and then we can get started.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Unmuted video on.
good. Yay, finally. Good to see you. I was telling guys how we met. We met in Seychelles and we were on a business trip. And I've already done your trading bio. So basically that's already covered. The attendees are familiar with who you are, your background, Earnimax, your trading community. Could you just tell us, it's gonna be like a free-flowing conversation, and I hope we will get finished in like 40 minutes and under, and we can have like a Q&A session. So maybe from your mouth, from the horse's mouth, you can tell us how your 6 years of mentorship and just building a trading community in South Africa. I believe you're in Joburg. We've had so many people tell us they're from South Africa and others from Namibia and also Kenya. So we have like those different trading communities. Could you tell us maybe how your journey into trading started, how you bumped into trading, and what keeps you ticking to date, to present day? Like you haven't lost your mojo. You're still active. You're still doing big things, you know?
All right. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I want to take it back a bit further, to say that it all started with a young kid in Thohoyandou, in Venda, Limpopo. For those who are in South Africa, you would know that where that is. And then I did my economics degree in Namibia. So after that, I then came back to Botswana. So the point I'm trying to make is that I've always been in and around SADC area, and I've always wanted to impact Africa. That's always been the goal from the beginning. So my trading community will have people in Namibia, we have people in Zambia, we have people in Botswana, we have people in South Africa, because the goal has always been to touch SADC, and then we ultimately take over the whole of Africa. So it's been a good journey so far, and I hope we'll unpack more of it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having a great chat with you guys.
Yeah, and then could you tell us, because you found us, I was like trying to take people through the basics of trading, basically like how a triangle usually is like. We have three main pillars of trading, which you have covered in your bio. So you said you're a fundamental and also a technical trader, and you trade the major currency pairs, which is the ones you listed was Euro USD and Pound USD. You do also trade the synthetics. Could you tell us the difference between the Forex currency pairs and synthetics in terms of either volatility and also just from your own experience and why you would advocate for either or both for beginning as well as seasoned traders?
Okay, so I started my Forex journey 6 years ago. This was predominantly with currency pairs, right? GBP Euro USD, USD JPY, the main major pairs. That's what I was trading when I started. I started at a broker called Quick Trade, and I'm still doing business with them. We're still working together. It's been a lovely 6 years with them. So basically, that's we started. I only want synthetics in three, right? And this is the main notable difference I've discovered about synthetics. When I entered synthetics, the first thing was like, you know what? I just want to make $50 a day. I just want to see how do people trade synthetics. I want to learn synthetics. $50 a day. I'll be very, very happy. I did that for about 3 months and I found it extremely easy. So what I can say, the difference between synthetics and currencies are slow to move. So when you take a week or 2 weeks, whereas with synthetics, it's much shorter term, and you can make money quickly. I think for me, as a beginner trade, synthetics is more or less the cheapest way to get into the market. Also, the reason I say that is because most brokers that do synthetics will give you a very low deposit minimum, right? Like we all know, like Silver, you know that World Trade minimum deposit is $1. With Deriv as well, minimum deposit is $10. So, in terms of a gateway trying to get into the game, I would say that synthetics is the easiest way to get into the game. Currencies just take longer. So, for me, between the two, currencies still make a lot of money for me compared to synthetics. But and then with currencies, it's more swinging. So first of all, you need to discover what type of trader are you. Are you a string trader? Are you a scalper? Short-term results. There are people that want instant results. There are people that are like, I want to make money now within the 1 hour, within the 2 hours. And then there are people who are willing to do months, like institutions. You need to find out the type of person that you are and then decide which market is suitable for you.
All right. All right. I'd also like guys to engage with our guest speaker through the chat section. If you have any questions for Barney as we go, we'll have a Q&A session towards the end of the webinar. So you can feel free to type in any question you may have for him. And then also we were discussing the different asset classes that we have if you're trading Forex. So you have commodity currency pairs such as gold, silver, precious metals. You have commodity pairs that kind of have a correlation to like either agricultural commodities like wheat, barley, coffee. The New Zealand dollar, the Kiwi, for instance, is highly correlated with gold, given the fact that New Zealand is a major gold exporter to Australia. The Canadian dollar is very highly correlated to oil because Canada is a major exporter of oil to the US. What would you say when it comes to the correlation of these major currency pairs and the commodity currency, basically the highly volatile moving commodity pairs, in your own experience? And what would you advise traders to borrow from that kind of correlation?
Okay, so correlation is a key concept in is very much linked to oil. Australian dollar, very much linked to gold. You need to understand the minerals that move the currency pair before anything. And then you need to find a basket of currency pairs that move together. I can tell you for a fact, I've been trading long enough. GBP USD, Euro USD, AUD, which is Australian dollar, more or less move in sync. The only difference is that one lags the other. Sometimes the pound is the one that will go first. Sometimes euro will go first. Sometimes Australian dollar will go first. So you need to find out what moves the currency pair from a fundamental perspective. Once you figure that out, you then start to look at the correlation. Inversely related, or is it correlated together in sync? Then once you find that, and also this is another reason why when I send signals on my group, I can't send a GBP USD buy and a Euro USD sell because they move in sync, right? So the first one, maybe pound, on another day, Euro might be the one to move first. But what usually happens is that they are correlated. And also another key index to look at is the dollar index. A lot of people don't do analysis on dollar index. So if you guys are for my new traders out there, you can go check on TradingView DXY. So DXY is dollar index. That is the dollar on its own, not linked to any currency pair. You want to find out if it's bullish or bearish before you even start doing any analysis on any currency pair. Because remember, USD JPY, USD CAD, and all the rest are more or less linked to the dollar. So you need to find out first, is the dollar strong or is the dollar weak? And then you can start doing your analysis based on those factors. So I like to say this, when you're looking at fundamentals and you're looking at technicals, fundamentals are, where are we going? Are we buying or are we selling? So you need to first find out, is dollar bullish or is dollar bearish? Then you do your technical analysis. Once you do a technical analysis, you will know if you want to sell or buy. But it's more or less now your navigation, right? Your navigation will tell you turn left, turn right, go straight up, go around the roundabout. That's the same thing that you're doing when you're doing technical analysis. It's just giving you the technical part of your journey. But you need to find out from the fundamentals. Are we going to Kilimanjaro or are we going to Kenya? You need to find out where you're going first. Are we buying or selling? Once your fundamentals give you the confirmation, then you can start doing your correlation based.
All right. And you did mention some terms there, and we have beginning traders. Would you tell them what bullish and bearish means? Like, we don't want to make it so complicated for the beginning traders and the newbies. So like going long and short and those kind of terms, what did you mean by bullish and bearish?
So just to answer this, guys, when it comes to technical terms, they change over time, right? And what most commentators want to do is just confuse you. But buying is bullish, selling is bearish. And then you have what you call dovish, hawkish. It's the same concepts, but at the end of the day, if you understand the very basics, which is buy or sell, buy being bullish, sell being bearish, you will understand that even though somebody can come and try and explain the same concept to you, if you know the basics, the core of the language, you'll be able to interpret anything. It also goes to technical analysis. Somebody can say supply zone, somebody can say demand zone, but demand zone is just support. Supply zone is sell. You understand what I mean? So at the end of the day, the language can change over time, but at the end of the day, it means the same thing. It means the same thing.
All right. So at this point, guys, I'd like to welcome questions. Um, Bernie, could you tell us like your most favorite trading book that you've come across over the 6 years of your trading, and what can people expect to learn from a specific type of book? So it could be a book covering technicals or fundamentals, or even trading psychology. And what your biggest takeaway was in terms of if people want to buy the books on Amazon, for instance, what would they be looking to get from a good trading book?
Can you hear me now? We lost connection for a bit there.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. So can you kindly repeat the question? Because I don't know if it was my network or your network, but we just lost a
Ah,
bit of a
okay.
connection.
So I wanted to ask you, for both our trading communities, given your experience, 6 years in the industry, what book have you come across, or what material have you come across that you would recommend to both beginning and seasoned traders that it has like a takeaway that you actually remember to date?
Okay. For me, it's two books. The first one being Trading Bible. This is a book I sent to free for all my community members. If you join my book, sorry, if you join my group, the first book that I'm going to give you is Trading Bible because why? It explains the basics. What is a candlestick? How are candlesticks formed? What do you do with the different patterns that you find in the market? They're very basic. So for me, it's always the first and always the book that I recommend first. And then there's also one called Advanced Technical Analysis. So moving averages is the only indicator that I use. It's the only report your ATRs and all the other things. For me, moving averages makes sense because it has to do with where the market is, where the market is going. I understand how they work, and the premises behind them is very simple. So for me, those are the two for advanced traders, basically how to use MAs. And then
All right.
for basic guys that you just started trading, you're looking to get into this thing, trading bubbles, definitely.
All right. And then could you also mention your trading community and how people can get in touch with you? Do you have like a trading academy? What do you do with your community? Because you did mention mentorship on your trading bio quite a bit. And I know you're very big in Joburg, you and Ayanda and some other guys. Like I handpicked just a few people from the 40 traders who are in Seychelles. So how can people get in touch with you and what kind of services do you offer?
Okay. So first thing, and the first thing I want to say is that name of the group on Telegram, YouTube, everywhere is Earnimax. So Earnimax, what is Earnimax? It's a company that offers consulting services. We don't do any financial products. The only thing that we offer is education around the market. So that's what I pride myself in. I don't do account management. I don't do investments. I don't do copy trading. But in terms of education, Earnimax, that's where you want to go. You want to sign up for a mentorship or just Google Earnimax. You always see us on Instagram, you see on TikTok. One thing that I always say, and I want to say this to everybody, to say, if somebody inboxes you first, they're most likely a scammer. If you want somebody's services, you will find them. And I'm one of those people that I pride myself in. You will find me. If you Google Animex, you will find me because I'll never inbox you first. We don't do investments, any of that stuff. So if somebody is trying to reach out to you with Animex, it's not us. That's not how our brand works. Our brand is we do what we do, and if you like what you do, then come and join us. We don't go and attack people and say, hey, put your money on this platform, do this and that. So if you Google Animex, you will find me, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram or TikTok, you'll find me definitely. Benny Jam on TikTok, Benny Jam One.
All right. And then do you have like any, at this point, I'd like to shout out our sponsor broker for this particular webinar, this HFM, but do you have like sponsor affiliations where you direct your clients to trade with, and what would those partners be, for your clients?
Okay. So, so first partner, Deriv. Deriv, I've been an affiliate with Deriv for a very long time. So Deriv, World Trade, Quick Trade, Okta. These are the four brokers that we have a very healthy relationship. And I always say this to everybody. If you're an affiliate for any broker, make sure that you take care of your community. If you take care of your community, everybody's going to be happy. So if you come to me and you want to work with any of these brokers, definitely I'm going to give you the best care. Just as Sylvia said, HFM is the sponsor of this webinar. If you reach out to her about HFM, she's likely to have a very good relationship and then she can solve your problems. So, guys, when we do this and we tell you we're with this broker, we're affiliated with this broker. It's a good relationship. A good relationship with us and the broker is a good relationship with us and you as a trader.
All right. So at this point, I'd like to give a shout out to our audience. So we had done a little bit of introductions before you hopped on the call. So we have Ari, Ayesha, NJ, Jabu, Kanyiso, Menzi, Prince, SB Ngobeni, Zaza, and we had other guys who accidentally dropped off the call. We were like 20 people in the initial call, but I believe from the YouTube channel, they will still access this particular informative webinar. I think what we can do in the interest of time, we'll have a separate session, Bunny, where we will do an analysis, sort of what you do on your TikTok tutorials, and we can get a basic understanding of your trading rationale. You can take us through your most recent trade setups. Because it's actually going to 9 p.m. We don't like going for more than an hour so that we don't bore our audience when it comes to actually digesting this material, to just make it more informative for them. So what would be like your takeaway, like a trading tip that you would give to us tonight, and also in the future?
Okay, so mine is very simple. Withdraw the money. We're all trading to get to one goal, withdrawals. And a lot of people have unrealistic goals and they don't withdraw. So I will always say this to my community and everybody, withdraw the money. Start with that.
Enjoy your profits, like enjoy your hard work and your sweat equity and everything. That's really,
Thank you.
I've never
Thank
had such before. Like from all the guests that I've interviewed, I haven't had anyone who's telling people outrightly, enjoy your money. But it's just like the simplest thing to do. But at the end of the day, that is actually why people trade. You're looking to actually make money. And one of the attendees actually, her reason for attending the webinar, she explicitly said that she's looking to learn how to mint money from the markets. So I think that's already covered. But we'll have like an in-depth conversation with you, where you'll take us through maybe like 10 minutes of your analysis, and people can actually get to see how Barney actually trades and what happens in his live trading room. So, how often do you have your sessions? I see like you usually have them very early in the morning, South African time, given the fact that you guys are 1 hour behind. Is it like you do that because that's like the first thing you do when you wake up, or is it that that is the time most 9 to 5 and people with disposable income would have like a window period to attend your TikTok tutorials?
you. In terms of going live, I go live every day on TikTok at 9. But in terms of analysis, I do it very early, which is 4 a.m. South African time. So reason being, so you want to start your day early. I always envy guys that trade Asia session because that is the first session of the day every day. So if you can be up for that time, you'll be able to spot most of the moves before they're just replicating themselves. So you want to start as early as possible.
All right. So, give us like your handles so that people can go and reach out to you. Your social media handles. I know you're on IG and you're on TikTok. And your group is called Earnimax group. You can give us, or you can even give us like a contact or an email address. If anyone in this call has seen some type of value from the information Barney has given us, they can actually reach out to you. I did mention our website is www.forexstl.com in case you want to reach out to us as well. For any collaborations, I think, Bunny, we can always be doing like a quarterly thing. We can even do like an event. You can come to Kenya, I can come to South Africa, and we can just combine our skill sets and be able to have more impact in the African community. So yeah, this would be the time to give yourself a shout out.
All right. So on TikTok, it's BennyJam1, and then on Instagram, it's Bernie Siala, and then on Telegram, it's Earnimax. You wanna follow me on TikTok because I actually post very educational videos, very short. Everybody that's following me on TikTok knows that I don't do much lifestyle. I do a lot of education. And then from my TikTok, you can join my Telegram where I give signals and trade ideas on a daily basis.
All right. Okay. So uh, you can find him on those social media platforms, guys. Do you have like an email address where guys can reach out to you or a phone number for easier access? Are you on WhatsApp? You know?
Okay, so for email, it's animexgroup@gmail.com, animexgroup@gmail.com. And then on WhatsApp, it's 072 033 4619. So if you're in Kenya, you're not in South Africa, you just replace the zero with 27. So if you're from Kenya, it's a +27 72 033 4619. If you're outside South Africa, +27 72 033 4619. If you're in South Africa, you know what to do, 072.
Okay, so you'll give me the links to that, and then I will link them in the show notes on the YouTube section so that guys can actually reach out to you directly. This webinar will be on our YouTube channel for a lifetime. It's free marketing to both Earnimax and our guest speakers. So we will have all the show notes linked to that. And then for a lifetime kind of mentorship to you guys. I hope it was informative. At this point, if the attendees you have a question, you can unmute yourself and have a chance to ask Bernie exclusively your question. Um, the only question I've seen on the chat section is the mention to your groups, which I will link in the show notes. So guys, this is your time. Aisha says, I'm in Bernie's community. Best decision I ever made. Wow, thank you, Aisha. At least we've had one, the best feedback comes from your students. And Aisha is giving a thumbs up to Bernie. So at least we made a good decision to host Bernie tonight. Any other person with a question or a remark or just insights or anything you've learned tonight that's very new to you that you can share with other people, please unmute yourself and ask away. Bunny, do you have anything that you wanted to mention tonight that we haven't covered? Given the fact that this one is scripted, you didn't see any questions prior, and we've done a good job. I've laughed out about 20 people, or given that we did this on short notice, posted yesterday and shoot short today, it's actually very impressive. Jabu says, I'm also in Bunny's VIP group, best tutor ever. Wow. Okay, okay. Bunny, do you have anything to tell us that we haven't covered?
I just want to say yeah, honestly, it's been a pleasure, and I just want to say to everybody that's in my community, I love you guys, and thank you for the support. Everywhere I go, you guys go with me. If I say let's go to Kenya, we go to Kenya. If I say let's go to Nigeria, we go to Nigeria. So I appreciate you guys for always supporting me and always following me. It's been a pleasure hosting this community, being with this community. Here's to another 10 years.
All right, cheers to that. And as being Obeni says, Animax is a life-changing platform. Wow, you're just being showered with a lot of flowers tonight. I think I'm gonna sleep a happy man. Uh, yeah, actually, I can attest to that because from the few people I met in Seychelles, this was in August. I think it was between 18th to 21st or 22nd thereabout because it was like a 3 nights and 4 days conference. uh Bunny is one of the people I reached out to for a webinar stroke podcast. I also reached out to your friend Ayanda. I think he's also from Joburg, not sure, but he's from South Africa for sure. And there's this guy called Father Abraham and and what's his name? Angelo Brandon. You remember him? So
Yeah, I
and
remember
then there's
Brendan.
also this lady, yeah, there's also this lady from Namibia. But she's
Ethics too.
expecting her bundle of joy very soon, so we were not able
Yeah.
to plan something, but I'll for sure we will have like future conversations around just harnessing our business within the African jurisdiction. And yeah, just a shout out, World Trade was the broker that we were going to understand more to see if we could work together. But I think you already have a working relationship with them. For the Kenyan jurisdiction, though, we decided to wait until they get the Capital Markets Authority license. Then, if they do that, then they check our tick boxes. It's very important to work with a regulated broker because your funds are safe. You can walk into their office in case you have any question regarding your trading account, or even just having 24/7 customer support in terms of account managers. Primarily, you would ideally want to work with a regulated broker. So that's it for tonight, guys. So let me just mention, guys, we have Aisha, Menzi, Zaza, Jabu, Ari, Dwabar, SB, Ngobeni, Prince, NJ, Nyafefex. Oh, Nyafefex is from Kenya. He's one of our Ivy League mentors as well. And then we have Ju and yeah, so guys, thank you so much for that. We have a few minutes left on the clock. So if you guys have any question that you would like us to ask Bunny before he goes, this would be your chance. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you so much, Bunny, for availing yourself on short notice. I think we've been planning this since last month, but adulting and people are busy, so I'm glad we managed to do this. Um, Let me know if you need the raw file recording from the previous session as well for your community. I can send you both and you can send to your editor and they can find a way of, especially your trading bio. We extensively covered it during the first session of the podcast. I'd love to insert it in this session as well. And yeah, we'd love to have you again in the future. So thank you so much. Say hi to your family, to your little one and to your woman. So that's it for tonight.
Alrighty. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, cheers and have a good time. At this point, we just end the call, and it was an honor to meet you all. I'm sure I'll be coming to South Africa very soon, and we can have like a meet and greet with everybody. I'm hoping it was informative, and cheers, guys. Thank you, Menzi. Thank you, NJ. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody who's engaged and typed, and I hope you have a wonderful night. See you next time. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.